Hey guys, it's Julian here with another anime theory this time. So, coming off the heels of that anime review about Spice and Wolf, I felt as if the story just wasn't enough. And I mean, it was true. I mean, it was a light novel, so when they did the anime adaptation, it was still very early on into the story. But fast forward, we're into 2020 now, and it first came out in like 2009, which has been over 10 years. A lot more of the story has come out. Now, I know a lot of people have been hoping for, a season 3 of this great classic, but I have a different take on that. So my anime theory this time is that I think this series should be rebooted instead of getting a simple season 3. And don't worry, I have some supporting points for this. When it first came out, a lot of people were obsessed with Hollow, and don't get me wrong, she's still a fairly decently popular character today, but there have been a lot better girls out there now, and she's kind of dipped from the spotlight. So giving it a simple season 3 I don't think will do it justice, because if you actually notice from season 1 to season 2, there is a bit of an animation difference. Now, fast forward 10 years, animation has once again changed entirely. I mean, you can clearly tell a 2010 anime from a 2020 anime. So I'd kind of like to see it all in the same style. As well, with this reboot, you could probably redo some of the story arcs, make them a little shorter, because, I mean, at the time, the series actually only really covered 4 major arcs, it seemed. So now, with so much more story, and possibly a longer story time, they would probably want to tell more arcs, so therefore they could probably shorten some of them down. And again, like I said, Hollow was a fairly popular character, and I feel like nowadays people don't quite understand where she came from. Some people will go and venture down, but some will say, oh, the anime's just too old and I can't deal with the animation style. To those people I say, well, I want to say screw you, but because I still enjoy this, but they do have a fair bit of a point. I mean, with the re-updated visual style and the updated storytelling, I think it would appeal to a new audience. And again, slingshot Hollow back into the limelight. Not just that, I'd love to see Craft Lawrence. I think Hollow gets a lot of credit. I mean, come on, she was a wolf girl. She was very appealing at the time, but since then we've seen a lot more wolf girls. And don't get me wrong, there are other stories to this light novel series. I am aware of that. So with it being redone, it would all kind of feel more seamlessly cohesive together. I think having the new style of art, with the new storytelling, with updated music and visuals, I think it would bring it all nicely together. And that way as well, I want it to be like the Fruit Baskets remake. So as some of you may know, Fruit Basket got a reboot in 2019 and has now spawned onto 3 seasons, with the third one I think being the final one in the major story arc. But the original Fruits Basket didn't actually cover the entire story, much like Spice and Wolf. So, with that being said, a reboot of Spice and Wolf might be able to cover more of the story, as well as the other parts and other stories that came as spin-offs. I think that would be really nice. Having that treatment, I think, like I said, has spawned a whole new generation to learn about Fruits Basket. Don't get me wrong, Fruits Basket did come out in the early 2000s, while Spice and Wolf came in the later of the 2000s, so it is still a little early, but me asking for a reboot I don't think is very far-fetched. I mean, give it maybe another 5 years, I think a reboot is in the cards. I know as time goes on, fans are dwindling on that season 3, so I do think the reboot is probably the right way to go about it. This gives it a chance that a whole entirely new studio can pick it up and do it so that it's completely in their style. I would love for some of the cast and crew to return to the series and reprise their roles. I know Funimation did do the dub of it, so again, it would be really cool to see them come back and be part of it. But like Funimation did do, they labeled it a classic, which I really do think this series is, so I think the reboot does it the most amount of justice. Now, whether it does get a season 3 or a reboot, regardless, I'd love to see more of this story. So at the end of the day, if anything to take from this anime theory, I want more Spice and Wolf. I want to see more anime of this. I get it, I could go to the light novels, I could go even to the manga, but I'm an animation kind of guy, so I love to see it in an anime format. I hope you guys are as well. So, takeaway from this, I need more Spice and Wolf. I think the fans are crying out for that. Whether it is a reboot or a third season, we just want more, and we want to see our best girl Hollow back on the screen. So if you agree with me, let me know in the comments, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have other ideas as to what may happen with the series, I know they did come out with a VR game of the series, which I sadly do not have a VR set at the time of filming, so I can't play it, but I'd love to get my hands on it if I could. Let me know in the comments below what other type of media formats you'd like to see, or maybe you don't want to see another season at all. Let me know. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for about this anime theory. I'll see you guys in the next one.